Hello, Nina Martina.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us today. We know that you are a professional model as well as a very talented professional makeup artist. We also know that you have a bigger story, one of challenge and of focus. We know that you have dealt with weight issues most of your life.
Yes, I am.
And we also know that you've made some amazing choices about those. Can you share with us your feelings about weight and being a woman who's approaching her 50s?
Yes, it's really been an amazing journey. This is something that I think that every woman probably faces at one time in their life or not, in regards to just their image and who they are and different things. It may not even be just weight, but just kind of coming out and discovering yourself. And for me, that came a lot later in life for various different reasons, but I believe that all things, happen for a time and a purpose, and was my time and purpose for it to happen now. And my journey has been one that took me a while, but I came to those certain conclusions because of a variety of events that happened in my life. But when they did, it was what made the difference for them coming together and for me to really make the right choices that I needed to make so that I could change, so that I could be different. It couldn't be just, well, I want to lose weight because I've let myself go or some sort of thing has happened to me that it was just a symptom. That's really how I dealt with it most of the time was, oh, I've gained weight, I gotta go exercise and go on a diet, okay? There's not that there's anything wrong with that per se, but of course it would all come back because once I reached my goal of what I wanted to do, I simply went back to whatever it was that I was doing before. I never dealt with the issues that got me there in the first place. So by the time I got to this part of my journey of really changing, it was a choice to change. It was a choice because of things that were happening in my life, and I wanted to be different. I didn't want it to just be dealing with the symptoms, and that's what made the difference.
So tell me, what was the highest weight that you were dealing with in your lifetime? What was your maximum weight that you had achieved?
I'm like 5'7", and I was about 250 pounds at one point, and I was very sick during that period of time as well. Also being older, the older I got, the longer I kept that weight, the more issues and problems I started to have.
And then how old were you when you started to investigate making that choice to make a life-altering, when you made that life-altering decision to take your weight issues into your own hands? How old were you when that, and how did that come about?
I was already like 48 years old at that point. And again, I had a family friend that essentially kind of mirrored my life in terms of, her weight problems, and she had children the same age as I did, and essentially within a span of 48 hours had a massive heart attack and stroke and died. And I saw the impact of what that did to her family, and it scared me very, very much, considering the fact that I also had a lot of the problems that she had. I was already dealing with high blood pressure and high cholesterol and lots of health issues that I essentially took the Cleopatra approach, which is to be queen of denial. And so I did not take care of those things, and yet I definitely needed to now face, if I was going to go on into life here, this wasn't just about vanity and looking good anymore. This was about, I want to live, and I want to live a good life. I don't want to spend the rest of my years getting older and just being very limited.
Well, one of the things we're talking about in the magazine, this issue, is choice, and also in forgiveness, in kind of accepting and forgiving ourselves, because I think from that point forward, you can start to make changes.
Absolutely.
So when you decided that you were going to make this change in your life, what are some of the things that you can share with our readers? I know, most of our readers are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Mm-hmm.
We've been battling this whole weight thing for a long time, and there's so many of us that would really like to make those changes. What are some words of wisdom or some ideas that you could share with us to help kind of kickstart ourselves into finding the body that we'd really feel the most comfortable with?
I would have to just say that first and foremost, you need to truly come to terms with what it is that you feel has brought you that far. When I was 250 pounds and I was a size 20 and I was so uncomfortable and different things, like I said, the one catalyst was what happened with the family friend that scared me. However, then I had to realize, what is it that's going to make me truly change, okay? And I had to face the things that brought me to that. I have to tell you, I have not met one person yet in this lifetime that says to me, I don't know why I got so fat. I don't know why I look like this. It's like, really? You don't know why? I think everybody knows why. Everybody can tell you. They can write a book on it. Well, you know, when I do this and I do this, and I said, really? Okay, so then why don't we do it? Why don't we do it? Well, because da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Find out what that is. And now that's what you need to face. And that is hard, and that is difficult. But until you're ready to face that, really all the other things are just logistics. Finding a personal trainer. For me, I had a lap and I have compulsion in eating. Finding what it is that triggers you. Knowing what it is that you have problems with. Come to a place of admitting those things. I'd rather do 100 and 250 crunches than have to deal with the emotional stuff that you have to deal with to get yourself to that place. That's very difficult. We all know how to do the stuff. Work out, eat this way, do that. We've all done it. We've all done it. So what makes the difference in choosing and deciding, okay, I'm going to head on face this thing that's brought me to this place right now? And that's difficult. But that's where you need to be. Start there. When you're ready to get there, everything else is a piece of cake.
Thank you so much for sharing with us and for inspiring us. And we look forward to hearing another tip next month. Thank you again.
Thank you.